Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Let's turn that bloody down because that is too loud. Hey, good evening, hello, and welcome. It's the Hobby Corner. It's Friday night. It's a community corner. Way! I hope you're all well. I hope you had a fantastic week. For those who I've seen on my other two weekly shows, I hope you are well as well, and welcome back. To all the new people as well who have subscribed and followed, joined us on a Discord. Hello to all of you too. I want to say a big thank you to Wickerman Paints because I'm just gonna Wickerman Paints because he threw in a follow before we went live, and also a big thanks to Bunker as well because he's raiding with 8 other people as well. Nice. Yeah, it did show. It came up with the little logo and everything, mate. So, rock on, dude. Thank you so much. Right, I'm going to move that camera closer because I only had it up there for when I was doing the guest star streaming yesterday with Mr. Bunker, which was good fun once we got his tech working, which is funny, you know, because normally it's me who has the tech issues. But yeah, we got him sorted out. It was good. We had a laugh. I got some sculpting done. I got some painting done. We'll get over that in a minute once I do the top-down stuff. Don't forget that we are going to be doing our Community Corner segment from 9:30. So if you haven't already, hop over to our Discord. It's free to do so if you haven't already. Go to the Community Corner tab. Post up your latest work in progress or finished project, whatever you want to share, and we will share it out to everyone after that. And then also we'll do memes of the week straight after to close the show. So yeah, I hope you're all good. Let me know in the chat what you've been up to, and I'm going to do our little early bird roll call starting right at the top with Tabletop Ready Minis. Howdy doody. We've got Brown Bear Wargaming as well. Hope you are well, mate. We got the real Mr. Hotty Fish. I'll just call you Fish. Yeah, stop spamming caps, dude. I know you went for a massive wah, but yeah, go. Wah! Hang on. How do you like your wah? Do you like your wah like heavy metal wah? Wah! Do you like your wah like a football hooligan wah, like wah in it, mate. I don't know. Let us know in the chat. Little bear's falling asleep in your arms. Oh, mate. And need a beer, but the fridge is bare. Oh, dude. Tough titties, mate. Being like that, it's over before we will go to sleep. No, Shane ain't tired. Yeah, that's true, man. It's a bunker rated, which is awesome. We've got Crutsy, we've got Gina Docty. Hello to you too. We got Boy Captain Bazooka, we got Underhive Hero. Woo, look at that. And I was testing the PC for game streaming, playing Most Wanted. Ah, nice one, Bunker. You'll only spill that beer everywhere again. I didn't spill it. I choked. But hey, look, I got some watered down beverage as well, so you know. It's only summer fruit squash, but I need something to wet my whistle later once the beer runs out. You know, I'm limiting myself, pacing myself. So shall we just crack it open then? I'm gonna do it in the weirdest way. I'm gonna do it like that instead of like that. Take my strong hand. I don't know if you can hear the bubbles. There's no bubbles to hear. You need to pour it out in a glass, in a chalice, but I do not have one. Oh no, what are we French without a chalice? That's paraphrased, you know. What does a French without a wine? What was it? Hey, we got Waylander. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Turns out neighbour emergency. She left a card in the ATM. Sounds like a her problem to me. I mean, yeah. Like a man with no arms. There you go. Just little T-Rex arms, you know. I don't even know if we're allowed to drink on stream, so there you go. I know you can't smoke on screen, but you know, drinking is another thing. So, can I borrow X amount? That does sound like that, doesn't it? Yeah, no, at the end of the day, it does. If someone's knocking on your door to ask you about that, then that means they have run out of other people to ask. So you got to think, don't they have any friends and family they could be asking? And if there's no reasonable explanation for it, then it's usually because they're just scamming you. So you can look at it as I can ignore them and tell them no. You can just fake politeness, say sorry, or you know, and there's that chance that they'll come back and ask you again. Or you can say, okay, I'll give you X amount, right? Consider that money gone, but tell them, right, I want it paid back as soon as possible, and you probably won't ever see them again, in which case you've just got rid of that problem. You know, so there's different ways to deal with it. Sounds like where we go. I pretend I'm not in. That's a good way to do it. I'm like royalty bunker, don't carry cash. Oh well, I mean, that's going to be all of us soon, isn't it? We're really starting to push the no cash thing. There's a lot of shops that don't do cash anymore. They only do card. And you know, that can affect a lot of people. You know, cash is king, basically, right? If you have, I mean, like, right, cash doesn't actually have any real tangible value like it once did. Like, you know, a bag of silver was worth a bag of silver. Now a bag of coins is worth a, you know, the equivalent in imaginary somethings, but you can still use it to purchase stuff, right? And that is still some form of freedom, because you can still spend it how you want, where you want, whenever, without someone just like basically going, oh, you can't, or you shouldn't be doing it here. Hey, Tabletop, are you gifting more subs as well? You naughty boy. Gave out a community sub gift. Ooh, nice one. I have no idea what that means. That you've gifted a total of 4. You're a naughty boy. You are a naughty boy. And it went to Mr. Fish. Yeah, it also costs to be kind. But no, we all appreciate that, so thank you so much, dude. And it also means Mr. Fish gets that cool little THC icon next to his name as well. Look how professional we are. So I was saying, like, cash is king. You can spend it how you want, where you want, whenever, and there's no way they can tell you how, why, when you can use it and spend it or do whatever you like with it. As soon as everything goes digital, and we've seen this, and I know this is a bit of a sidetrack from our usual thing, but you know, we get a little bit like, ooh, but we've seen what can be done and what laws can be abused. Are you just gifting subs to get me to stop talking, or are you gifting subs to make me carry on? That's so cool. That's 5 you've gifted now. O'Malley has got it. Sweet, he's gonna be happy. Hands up if you'd like a shout out. I'll give you a shout out, dude. Big shout out to Waylander. He's sweet. He's awesome. He's got his own channel. Go check it out. Give him a follow. Yeah, check out his own Discord and YouTube channel as well. Definitely. Oh, thank you for the bits. Cruzy says in the chat, move cash to digital and minis to NFTs. Control the masses. I mean, it sounds like conspiracy shit until you see what's actually happened. And like the example I was going to explain was back when you had the trucker, the trucker protest in Canada. Now they have in Canada they have anti-terror laws where they have the ability to freeze bank accounts. And they can even go as far as freezing or even like putting on financial penalties to funding sites, group funding sites where you know, like they can lean on them heavily to freeze those accounts. And that's what they did to protesters. Now, protesting is a key cornerstone of a democracy, of a free thinking, free moving country that has a population that wants to have their voice heard and also have, you know, power to influence who and what does what to the country that they live in. As soon as they did that, as soon as that Canadian government did that, they were basically saying, no, we don't serve the people, you serve us, and we tell you what to do, when, how, and when, like why. So, and that was the biggest abuse of it. And you see it in other there are other countries out there. There's one very big country with the largest population in the world. I won't name drop that one just in case I get in trouble for that, but they already have a social credit score system. They already have public shaming if you don't think the right thing and do the right thing, and they can ruin your life just by freezing your money and stopping you from being able to pay your bills or get food. So, you know, it's not that far away. It's really not that big a gap between what that country does now and what Canada did and what they could potentially do in the future and what other governments are licking their lips about as well. But anyway, we'll move on from that. We'll move on from Conspiracy Corner and get back into Hobby Corner, shall we? So... Bill, behave. So there you go. Luxembourg. Can you imagine? I mean, not far from it already. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Just getting that special sauce down me. Basingstoke, Peckham. Yeah. TV license, ULEZ, M6 toll. Yeah, basically. Salut, War Daddy. How you doing? Bonjour, salut. Oh no, we should sing that song. Au revoir. Oh no, what was it? I forgot how it starts, but I know they say Uveda saying goodnight, don't they? I forget it. Just put it in a mug. Yeah, but I have to leave, then I have to get up and get a mug. Don't get me started. You can stream and drink, make people do drunk mini painting streams. Ah, that's true. You got a new setup, looks different. No, I just changed the camera angle. Though we, you know, because I'm closer to the camera, and I was closer to the mic. But I should have a few things changed around soon. All thanks to a good friend of the channel who is helping me out. So who knows? But I mean, you can see the stream is running a lot more smoother anyway. And all I had to do was just delete one app. You know, it's ridiculous. But there we go. I'm going to pause it on there because I can see that it's running perfectly. But I don't want to bottleneck myself any further on the internet. Yeah. I think he's just closer. Yeah, that's true. Nothing new there. You leave all the time. Get off. Yeah, well, I've got no one at home at the moment. The wife and kids are with the in-laws, because they're just having a couple of days there. So, what did you delete? Windows. Silk just boom. Came in with the. Oh, right. Let me guess. You're a Linux guy, yeah, or you're an Apple. You're one of those weirdos, aren't you? No, I got rid of the Norton virus security thing because it was just clogging everything up, and it wanted to scan all the time. It's doing little fucking push marketing and stuff like that. It's horrible. System 32 folder. It's Windows install lighter. Delete. He still has McAfee instead. No, you know what? I had McAfee like years and years and years ago, and they were dog shit. Like you could not get it was like having shrapnel in your PC. You try to uninstall it, and then you're chasing down like 20 other programs that they've just embedded randomly in your PC. And it was a nightmare to track it all down and get rid of it all. It was horrible. What have we got? You got a MacBook now. It took me 10 minutes to work out how to copy and paste. Oh, I know, because they got their own weird way of doing stuff, innit? It's horrible. On other people's computer. Told you it was all bloatware. Yeah, you did indeed. And Cruzy gave me a knock on the head about it as well, so thank you to both of you. All Dell XPS laptops come with McAfee pre-installed. Bloody horrible. I'm going to get a mug, by the way. I will be right back. Right back. But I'll play this song on for you. Welcome to Radio Hobby Corner, where we are always coming in your ears. I have arrived. Anyway, chin chin. ASMR THC. Oh la la. Oh, I dribbled a bit. Ooh. Cheers. That'll do it. That'll do it. Right, so I was actually supposed to do some actual hobby. What we'll do is we will have some music on in the background. I think we can manage it. Oh, too loud in my ears though. There we go. If you really must throw money away needlessly, get no, not getting that one. Because it isn't even superior to DOS. Oof. It's fair enough. Yeah, Tech Talk, HDMI, SSD, I know stuff. I'm my Only Nerd. Sorry, I don't have an Only Nerds account. I do have an Only Kevs account. So, you know, check it out. You can throw money at the sounds of me pouring things, whispering, and pictures of my feet. Before and after I moisturize them, of course. And the moisturizer is of a secret unknown origin. Cables, plugs, jacking bars. That's terrible. Okay, right. So this song is called Crispy Days. Okay, that's odd. All right. Let's just move on with the show. We already spent half an hour chatting absolute breeze. It's dog yak, isn't it? No. So this is what I did. Now, those who tuned in on our Wednesday show, you would have seen me started to paint this. Or those who have who follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. But yesterday I got to be a guest star on Bunker Painting, and he got to be a guest star on mine. We got to dual stream and have each other as a guest, which was pretty cool. I need to turn that down. Jesus. There we go. And that was pretty cool. It was really, really good. And I actually got some hobby done. So I got some green stuff down on some paperclip, and I need to refine the shape, file it down, and get it ready so that I can pin it onto this dude, because this dude is supposed to have these annoying curved sabers, and yes, they curve down, but he's supposed to have two of them curved like that, right? And they kept snapping off. Absolute pain. So I need to pin these on. So I'm going to file away a bit of that green stuff off of the pin itself, reshape these, and it should be good to go. And then this one, I put a spot of red as that nice spot color. I did orange, the magma drop flame contrast for the hair, and then I thought, you know what, it'd be fun just to have their hair as like contrast to each other. So Black Legion over that, and just leave out the white bits. Job done. Pick out some details, and all I've got to do is just neaten up a couple of bits and pieces, and then ready to base. It's almost done. It's like the quickest main character miniature I've ever had to do. What's dog yak? Kev's moisturizer or Kev's feet? Yuck. Maybe again one day go over new releases and moan about them. Guess the prices. That sounds good. I wouldn't mind doing that. Flappy sword batons. Exactly. I'm going to chop you with my flappy sword baton. They look exactly same as the actual ones. Once you finish them, they will look loads better than the original Failcast, probably. And they don't really look the same. I got the shape though. It took me about 10 minutes of rebending to get the right shape. But yeah, that's essentially it there. So I just need to... I got plenty of room to work to get the shape right. So just give it 2 shovels during the creek. Followed my sculpt your own blades idea. Yeah, I did, because I gave up on trying to glue them down. But the next issue is trying to pin these hands, because drilling them with a hobby drill is not working very well. So by the way, you still don't have baking powder? No, I don't. It's not gonna work. It's too much of a small contact point. It won't work. Still using flour and water paste for give out. You know what? Fudge it. Let's do it. Alright. Fuck you. I'm gonna fuck you with my drill. Okay, where is the pin button? You not got a whale stick yet? No, I don't have a whale stick. Well, I mean, I got an average size whale stick, if that's what you're on about. Let's see. Oh, it can as well. This is such a bad idea. I gotta try it on some scrap first. Let's try it on here. Oh my god, it's gonna snap. Watch. Oh, it's working! Hey! Oh, that is so neat. Alright, let's jack up the speed. Let's see. Right, let's see. Oh, sugar! Oh, we are in it now. We are in it. Turn the torque down. I don't think so. What the crazy train, motherfuckers! Sorry, I'm blowing out your speakers. Hi Yoshi, how you doing? Really recommend you buy a Dremel. Yeah, probably. Oh, hang on. I lost a bit. There it is. Are you all getting nervous now, are you? Millions of people. Oh, shall I do it on the the hammer function? Nah, I won't. Right, we got it on the drill function, yeah? See, drill. That's the one if you want to break through concrete. That one is the one that you want for actual drilling. I've turned it down a bit. Oh my god. I'm not nervous, the Mini is. Remember that sketch from the Fast Show where they were doing model building? Ah, man. You know what? I missed so much of the Fast Show. Ah, the Virgin Media folk want more money. How dare they? Right, so I gotta be careful of my yeah, look, I'll use something as a buffer, okay? Look, safety first, people. Alright, now I just need to make sure I drill in the right direction. That's such a bad idea. Oh, I just blew some resin dust into my beer. Hang on, let me just check. Oh no, I'm good, I think. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna move that out of the way anyway. Don't go against fleshy bits of your own, go against... Yeah, that's why I had this. Today I've been mostly eating nettles. Wow. Okay. It only cost 20 quid with transmission cord. Luckily worked to the... Ah, nice. It won't hurt you any more than alcohol would, probably. Yeah. But we are good, safe, wholesome folk here, so maybe some cork would be best, but it's not flat cork, it's kind of like... I just need like the hand. Hey look, you're gay. You just got done by a miniature doing that. Oh, holy moly. Alright, let's twist our nuts now, shall we? I will hydrate when I'm done. Oh, there we go. That went through quite nicely. And damn, that's not even straight. It's coming up the back legs. Not the back legs, the back fingers. Oh dear. There we go. Yeah, no, like I said, I missed a lot of the fast show, so trying to get quotes out of me for it is not going to work so well. Don't worry, my finger is not at the back of the hand, it's just supporting the wrist. Oh, have I blunted it? I don't think I have. Alright. This is how serious I am about commission work. So if you want to contact me about getting some work done for yourselves at reasonable prices, just DM me wherever. It is now my it's now going to be my bread and butter, hopefully. Oh, that is terribly off center as well. That went out of the back of the wrist, but it doesn't matter because we only need to I just broke the back handle. I will not sit up to drill. I want to hunch over when I drill. Anyway, I drilled it. So, yeah, on the miniature, it lost a it lost the back finger there, and it lost a. Actually, you know what? No, that is dead center. If you see that, it's actually exiting where the half of the handle snapped off. Right? That is perfection. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, I got a hunch. Right. So, what I want to do now is start carving these bad boys up. And we'll put the music back on. Do. You got about 20 minutes to pop your stuff on Community Corner as well. So don't forget about that. We're going to head off with our knockoff Iron Maiden. Just filing my nails. Bow. Do. This is literally all I'm going to do. I'm not even going to use the knife because I don't want to cut away too much. I'm just going to file it away, and it's going to take a bit of time. No, it's not, because I got this bad boy. Yeah. Such a bad idea. Nice. Having the right tool for the job, right? Hang on. Where's the other ones? Ah, this will work better. Because this one I can't get the angle right on it. It's like watching Stephen Hawking tap dance. Oh, thank you so much, Bill. What? That's it? Oh, that ain't. That's soft. That's for buffing. That's not for wearing away. Okay, back to the original. Dear. I feel like I'm like a swordsmith, and I'm buffing a new blade for a new sword. Oh, whoops, I just yeeted that off nowhere. You'd have more grace and decorum. Wow, you guys are mean. Why are you so mean to me? It really wants to run away there. Yoosh! It works so much better like this. Yeah. It's like I'm just blowing raspberries, isn't it? You could learn something watching this. Yeah, exactly. Maybe you get your conversions done quicker. go back to that side again. Oh, I finished the One Piece live action on Netflix, and you know what? I really enjoyed it. It's like the most faithful crossover from manga, then, you know, animation, and then you know, live action that there's ever been, and it is pretty awesome. I've also caught up with the latest episode of Ahsoka as well. I won't snap the green stuff. Did you leave much of a paper clip exposed to glue in? Yeah, well, it's just on the end here, so I can literally just do this. There you go, see? Not to buy Chinese replica minis. Yes, Crutsy, try not to next time. Alright, there you go, see? Not a big deal at all. So, here we go. Ooh, I might need the size up. I don't know. No, actually, you know what? And that actually looks a lot better than the original pose. I'm going to just say that here now. Alright, so all go. I just need to clip down a bit more. And then, yeah, straighten them out. Job done. It's good. It's good. But I've left enough room to work on so I can hold it. Because these are actually a lot longer than the ones I'm copying anyway. So I've given myself plenty of space for mess ups, so I can hone it down and then just cut off at this end here, so I've got a nice flat edge. So yeah. What did he think of the jewel? Oh, what did I think of the jewel? What, in Ahsoka? Which one? Which jewel? Let's give him a wheelbarrow. Up the creek with 2 paddles. Wait, this was 99 cents? You're making me work this hard on a miniature that was 99 cents. Bro. Not cool. Okay. Let's just Oh, it was fine. Nothing too flashy. I think they'll build up to a much more Grandois jewel. Sabine and the Dudette. Again, she would have been dead. I'm gonna just put it out there, like pure luck and the force. Yeah, I know it all depends. I think you can easily be spoiled for like super glossy lightsaber wielding fights, and yeah, it's not the best I've seen. That will always be between Ewan McGregor and the chap who played Anakin, because they rehearsed, and they went all out on each other. They did not hold back, and it made it a lot more believable. And I don't think you'll ever see that again, really. Really? It's published in 1937. Yeah, no. Anything like that's more than a few weeks, that's it. Like, it's at your peril, mate. So, yeah, you're gonna find spoilers wherever you go. They just want something to moan about, really. Alright. Right. Just gotta make it a little bit thinner. I don't want to go too crazy, because I still gotta sharpen it a bit. I've read everything that was published before yesterday. You are that old, you mean? Oh, that is also very true. What, you didn't say that? Like, you should have led with that. That's like going into a butcher's and complaining they don't serve vegans. Shots fired. Dear. Okay. That's fine, I can fix that. Right. Let's have a look. How are we getting with that? It is a lot closer now. So... just a little bit more off. I can't do that though, because as you can see, a bit of the pin is showing there, so I need to go over with some liquid green stuff and smooth that out. So at least I know I can work more on this edge. So yeah, that's better. That's a much more pleasing shape. That's what she said. Okay, so let's just file that down then. What is this? Oh, we're getting close to community corner time. I still need to make it a bit thinner. It's still too thick. So I'll just do this for a while. Alright, while I do that, it's like going to McDonald's and expecting a decent meal ain't gonna happen. That's true. Just got the whole menu at this rate, Kev, and charge additional. Nah, I'm doing this more of a challenge to myself, really, just to prove to myself if I can do it or not. You know, I've taken this opportunity, so I have been offered, like, you know, he said, look, I will find the original metal cast and I will buy that and you can paint that one. I was like, you know what, let me see what I can do with this one. So I've taken it upon myself to challenge myself, and I know as a commission painter my time is at a premium, but at the same time there are going to be certain skills that I need to develop throughout that career path, so I need to figure out ways of getting around problems in creative ways, and I am nothing but a creative problem fixer-upper, so yeah, still way too thick, you know what I mean? It needs to be just a little bit thinner, not too much. Here you go. There you go. See, it's almost there, almost there. Alright, just a bit more. Where people come into Warhammer Metal War and complain we didn't sell PlayStations. Yeah, I think that's I'll write a passage for working in a Warhammer store, and well, Games Workshop store before they changed to Warhammer stores, simply for that absolute reason. It's good for water injected chicken. I agree. It tastes great when you hate yourself and need. It is content. It is, but it is also a skill set that I'm developing. Like I can green stuff hair, beards, fur, maybe, you know, the odd straps, but actually sculpt something new, that's something else, you know. So I'm doing it the old tried and tested way of having a wireframe, dumping some green stuff on it, get the rough shape, and then wait until it dries so that you can whittle it down. Just needs a bit more, just a little bit. Oh, Wimpy is super pricey for what it actually is, which is just cafeteria food essentially. And I make no apologies to anyone who's a fan of a Wimpy, you know, but it is like, it's a cafeteria disguised as a diner, and they charge you a lot more for the meal. I am reforging these blades so that they may see war once again. You know, just for lols. Got the dust off. Alright, so look, we've got the general shape and thickness that's required. Now I just need to, you know, sand this down a bit more to smoothen it out, and then start putting in an edge along here, and then I can cut right down to that indent there. That's where it's going to be on the hand. So I can cut away a fair bit there and then work on the next one. Hey, that's pretty good, isn't it? It's alright, isn't it? Need to get Trish on to give me some sculpting lessons. What, Trish Goodard? I don't think she's into sculpting. I think she's into TV hosting. There we go. Also, Games Workshop, video games people don't understand, so kind of, yeah, I know, it's just because it's got games in its name, that's all. So they think, oh, it might be like game. Feel bad for people who work at Game inside of Sports Direct, and they'll get whinged at because they can't serve or tell someone where a pair of shoes on the top is. I mean, I guess that might be a possibility, I don't know. I think the biggest complaint I've heard from the managers of those stores, and I use the term store loosely, it's more like an extended kiosk, but is that it's just quiet most of the time, and the ones in the Sports Direct where the AC never works, they are melting in there. Though I do know one that is in a John Lewis, So you know, and that's all nicely air conditioned. But again, same problem. It's just quiet. But you know, that's got a lot to do with the advent of downloadable content, and people just downloading games these days rather than buying hard copies. Like even limited editions, you could just pre-order in the post sort of thing, and people don't really make. There aren't a lot of people who make the effort to get up and go to a shop for a release day. And you can, I mean, you're more likely to go into game now to buy toys than you are actual games, you know. So, oh, did I just bend it? Whoops. Forgot you could do that. That's what she said. Monster Girl. Oh, no, yeah, I know. I know that Trish. I knew which Trish you were on about all along. She's an OG, you know. And I enjoyed her interview with Peachy on the painting phase as well. Chop it, chop it, chop it. The enemy sells D&D unpainted ones as well on sprue of options. Yeah, I mean, D&D is got quite an extensive collection now for you to choose from. Like all plastic in a box, ready to go. Like expansions and everything. That's pretty cool. Alright. I think Trish would definitely be happy with my work right now. So I don't know what you're talking about, Bill. The unreleased tree, man. It's alright, isn't it? I physically told a customer on behalf of a buddy who worked in-game while he was stocking shells. This isn't the sports shop, sorry. You can't do anything about the trainers you've already asked about. That's fair enough. What a good friend you are. You found the charger for the monitor. Hooray! I know. I said I wasn't going to, but I am. I'm just going to shave a little bit off, that's all. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Woo. Okay, I didn't fuck it up. Good. This music kind of reminds me of like being in the menu of a game and like, you know, you're choosing out your loadouts, the vehicle, the color schemes and all that, the racetrack. It's like one of those funky style race games. Oh. Gently, gently, gently. I don't want to rip the end off. I just want to fashion it into more of a point. And now I'm going to be filing it like this at an angle forever. Forever! Now if I was smart, I'll just make one of these, then cast a mold of it, but I'm not smart. And that sounds like more effort anyway, so I've only done the one. And the other one's there. And they're probably not going to look identical, but it's okay. Weird how in a 6 degrees of separation you're connected to Trish, the twins, and Bob Naismith through me to Peachy to them. Yeah. I mean, well, I used to work at Games Workshop myself, remember, so... Alright, it's looking a lot better. Still needs some tidying, but it's there. It's getting there. We got the general shape. General shape. It was to the point he wanted to drop kick them out the door. Yeesh. The rim or the tip, yes. Alright, I think it's time for the bit of the show you've all been waiting for. The bit we do every Friday. Discord is always a bit slow to load up, to be honest. Okay. Community corner. Off there, and then there we go. Alright, so source, window capture. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. I'm hearing lots of ba-doops. Lovely. Okay. Alright, so let's hit community corner. I think that's the smoothest transition we've ever had. Oh god, it was smooth. I'm here for Gollum the memes. Oh, thanks. So every week we get to see what you lot have been working on throughout the week, whether it is complete works of art, works in progress, or projects you want to get started. There's also flexes of your hobby spaces and such. And we show it off to the whole internet. And today we are starting off with Mr. Bunker from Bunker Painting. He has been working on this bust that he's 3D printed of the Joker posing as Batman. It's not bad, is it? What kind of 3D printer is it? Is it the what do they call it? FDL, like the one with the spool, or is it like the other one with the plate and it comes out of the goop? But the paint job is beautiful. It is a bit of a shame that you can see the layer line so heavily in it, but like I said, the paint job just works anyway. It's pretty nice. It's FDM print. You got it at ChillCon. I see. Well, I'm glad to see that you got round to it now. So it looks great. tidy desk to help being productive. A tidy space does help a lot. So what have you got here? What's this hiding here? Naughty. I like the fact that you got the heater there though. Just get rid of it, man. Give yourself some extra leg space. Okay, you don't need it there until, you know, at least for another week. If you didn't have such a good camera, the lines wouldn't be so visible. But look at all those bloody paints you got going on there. You got color charts up the walls. I got that color chart actually. That was the conversion chart from the old paints and foundation paints to the newer ones. But that chart is already out of date. You know, that chart is like 10 years out of date. It's crazy, isn't it? How time goes. But the space looks great. It looks like you got plenty of space to get work done. So not bad. Not bad at all. It's 28 degrees at the moment. Yeah, exactly. What? Degrees Celsius or degrees Fahrenheit? Because if it's degrees Fahrenheit, you're in trouble. Next up is Tabletop Ready Minis. I did a thing. First Crusader done. That's a lovely miniature, isn't it? Very lovely miniature. Is that a head swap or is that like how the miniature comes along? Because that's a really nice miniature. And there's tons of potential on that for good painting. English units. Yeah, could still use either or. Like, do you remember it wasn't even that long ago that they used to say on the weather report they would still say the weather is going to be 28 degrees Celsius, that's such and such Fahrenheit. I don't know if they still do that anymore. Helbrecht's helmet. I thought so. That's a nice little conversion there. Fair enough. It just makes the miniature. Just cut the 40k bits off the hair and slimmed it a bit. Nice. Very nice. Can't wait to see you paint it up, dude. We got Wargaming Bear, aka Spud, and he's been working through this treasure trove of Rhino chassis, like the old classic ones, with Whirlwind bits and Predator bits. Jeez, look at that. That's crazy, right? You can tell this has been stripped, but it's such old material. It's so you can't get rid of that. But you know, good paint job will cover it all. It's gonna look awesome when it's done. I like the addition of the copper. What's I'm gonna call it? Icon. There we go. Embossed icon. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, and I like this whole shebang right here as well. It's pretty cool. Thanks for sharing, dude. We got Brown Bear as well. He's been painting this chunker dude. I am guessing you got it from the Imperium magazine, like I did. I can't wait to put that together because I never put the multi-part one together before. And the difference between the one that you got in the first start set with Primaris, because people call it easy to build. I mean, it was just regular build really, because it's a dreadnought. Is you didn't have the other weapon options, and you didn't have the missile pod either. So you just had oh frick! I forgot what you had on it. Oh, you lot know anyway. Forget it. But it looks really cool. I like the color scheme. It looks nice. Nice choice of blues and greens here as well. It's very different. And yeah, it looks like it's ready to wreck. Can't wait to see. Still work in progress. Yeah. I mean, you I know because you haven't painted the rim of it yet. So We know you have finished when there is a tidy rim. But there you go. It's coming along very nicely. Thanks for sharing. BLT Vampire. This is his first post here. Immolator in progress. Lovely. Oh, that is nice. Look how smooth that grey is. Oh, my only bugbear is that you've got the colours inverted on the flames. So you should have the yellow more closer to the inside of the flame and to the bottom of the flame, and then the red on the outer bits, because it's brighter and hotter at the source, and then it cools off and goes off into that infrared spectrum. But that being said, the way you've done it, like the way you've blended it, is spot on. Just flip the colours round and it'll be masterpiece. So thank you for sharing. That looks awesome. Brown Bear, he's been working on this, which is pretty cool. If you haven't seen his stuff on Instagram, he posted up a little video, and essentially it's just a good way of keeping track of your paint schemes and stuff, and it's very easy to get lost in it. And you can use that as your work surface, you know, so you can you just put it on your table, you'd be painting away, you know what model it is, and then every time you use a new paint, you just write down on there quickly what you used and what for. And then that way it's a good way of getting your test models done. The way I used to do it, sometimes I didn't, because I'm very lazy with it, was, you know, those palette pads that Games Workshop did, and it was just like a small pad with these laminated sheets of paper, which you use as a palette. I would do that, and after a project I would write down what I painted on there. It wasn't too great though, because it was laminated. Biro didn't stay on it very well. But yeah, no, it's a sound idea. And he's also done one for me with my new logo, which, by the way, I'm gonna start like dropping it here and there. I just think it looks tidy. Yeah, but I kept the original dice icon there. It's the hobby corner in your corner. That don't sound creepy at all, but this looks awesome as well. I like the fact that you got the little Warhammer logo there. That's nice. I kind of feel like you did a better job for his. How rude. How dare ya. Had a visit to post office this afternoon to send some packs out. If anyone wants a template, send me a DM and a print. Oh, there you go. Look, he's going to send you the PDF for it. Perfect, mate. And yeah, it is such a simple yet effective idea, and it's well presented. So thank you, dude. You have done a huge service to the community. Next up we got Wickerman, and this is, I think, what he's going to be entering in for this month's KFC, and it is Iron Man pose ready to repulse. Generic mods completed for all new Astral Tridents Chapter Master Troy Tempest. What an interesting name. Look at that. I like the base work on that, by the way. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. And it's such a cool conversion as well, right? So that looks a lot like, you know, the Lord Celestin from the 3rd edition starter set. Kind of looks like that, but you got rid of the giant hammer for Trident, and then he's done an arm swap, with a Captain in Gravis armor style power fist and bolt gun. It looks awesome, doesn't it? That's a pretty neat little conversion. Can't wait to see you finish it, dude. Thanks for sharing. Oshi is next, doing little repaint in free time. Got a bunch of them. I'll use them as extras for pictures, so they don't have to be perfect in any way. They're coming along very nicely. Look how smooth that is. It's lovely. The edge highlighting is nice because it's subtle, but it's still there. You know what I mean? It's not like over the top. Hey, little towel, dude. Little towel butt. That's pretty cool, dude. And then also a little progress on Raven Guard. Can't wait to start next batch. I mean, that's nice blending right there, isn't it? On the robes, on the whites there, and like the face, just nice, very nice. The faces just knock it out, man. Again, the blending and the shading is very nice. Look, he's even got like the electric field going off on there. Yeah, on those blades as well. The lens glare. Hey. And then of course you got the lighting in the hood there. That's a pretty tidy looking cape. And again, look, just make out the blending there. So that's not real shadow. That is painted in shadow. And at first glance, like to the untrained eye, it is pretty convincing. Ooh, look at these. Oh, they gotta be Imperials. I mean, look, you kind of just jacked an Ultramarine's head there. Sacrilege. But I can see how you could paint them up as Raven Guard. Oh, a drop pod full of stuff as well. It's gonna look so good. Keep us posted, definitely, because that looks awesome. And then next up we got Mr. Fish. Dug out the snaggers for a doubles tournament tomorrow. My teammate is bringing Night Lords led by Abaddon. Oof. Whoa. It's not going to be a blast, it's going to be a bloodbath. PS little cameo by the middle little. The middle little. How many kids are there? Look at that. That is a good size force though, isn't it? So you got the boss on a giant squiggo, which is absolutely ridiculous. Every single one of them named. They're all in that funky camo, purple camo. So, you know, all you can see is the named bases. Such a bad joke. Oh, look at that. That's cool. And that was his armies on parade display as well. That's pretty gnarly. See, look, I like the colour choices as well. It's always banging. And we'll say hello to the kiddo there. Hello, kid. There you go. Someone from another country. Someone from the old world has said hello. And it's fine because I think it's like It's still early. It's not even tea time yet. That giant squig looks huge. It is huge. So you got Beast Boss, Mozrog, Killrig, 2 trucks, and 3 squads of Snagger boys to ride inside. It's not enough, mate. Not enough shooters. Pound it. The War Mistress on Dogosaur is bigger than Mozrog. Oh, easily. This thing is, yeah, it's bigger than a truck. Oh, that's 1K. Okay, I was gonna say, like, where's all the other stuff? So, no, that's awesome, dude. Cheers for sharing. Yeah. Oh, it's actually intimidating to start on. Oh, okay, so you would... what was it? Oh, BOT was saying this is what he dabbled on in the stream. I believe that was like that limited edition miniature based on the picture, wasn't it? It's a pretty nice miniature, though. He was saying it's a bit intimidating style. Yeah, but once you get some paint down, it's alright, isn't it? Maury has also posted some stuff here. I'm showing the work in progress stuff now because it's awesome. What in the frickety frack frick is that? That is a disgusting little kit bash. I like it. That is like, is that like a gut mouth or is it just like a really angry vagina? I don't know. We're not gonna go there. But it reminds me of that movie Teeth. If you know, you know. It's crazy. And that was the building process. Look at all that green stuff you worked into it. That's... Hang on. There's more nastiness coming along. Jeez. I like those big old 3D clippity clops. Like, if you don't make clip clop noises when that's going along the battlefield, you're missing a trick there. Look at all that. That is big chunk of green stuff there to make that work. And there's the size comparison. Jeez. Clippity cloppity clippity clop 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 clop. So I'm trying to see which body parts it is. I think it's like 3 different things just shoved together. Was watching a stream earlier. She was sculpting a blender. Oh, sculpting on Blender. Oh, okay. Mr. Fish says Teeth was a phenomenal film. Everyone should be forced to watch that film. Everyone with different names. Yeah, it's crazy. So Maury here is Hut on Twitch. Okay, right. But yeah, no, that is the leg that they sculpted, and it looks fantastic. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. Very nice. So there you go. BLT Vampire is also working on this little diorama of a miniature. I mean, it's pretty nifty, right? And then Lorna's Loft. Lorna is working on some Stormcast shenanigans. Coming along nice. Got the base colours in there. And a whole lot of... what is that? Nurgle Demons? Is it like bloat drones? Yeah, that's definitely Nurgle stuff. Sweet. Okay. And then the Viking is working on Grey Knights. Very nice. The Grey Knight's still dirty. I remember when they first came out, they were super wrecky. It was madness. Okay, so thank you to everyone for sharing all your stuff on our community corner. And yeah, I knew there was a whole bunch of stuff just popping up. Right. Jesus. Okay. I'm just finding the place that we were at, because today is the 8th. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah, no, Waylander did pop it in. Thank you for doing that, dude. Very kind indeed. But you know what? I want to repeat this one because it's fun. So we will jump over. Yeah, I saw it, dude. Charles. I'm so tired. I've been sleeping very well. It's been too hot, and then it's been early mornings because of school run and that. It's been crazy. But anyways, we are going to hop over to our memes of the week. So once again, no official intro, but I think you will like me singing it anyway. So memes of the week, memes of the week, memes of the week. Woo-hoo. Hey, right, so we're starting off with this one that was posted last week from Danny J. Urin. I like it. But you gotta do it with the mask. You gotta do the mask sound. Hang on. Perfect. The mask sound. What? You really thought that because you are a bioengineered superhuman walking tank touched by the ruinous powers, I wouldn't charge straight at you with my shovel? Think, heretic! Think! You're welcome. I also do Darth Vader. Obi-Wan, my old master. And I am available for weddings, birthdays, and bar mitzvahs. When Kev asked for us for bits to clip the intro for memes of the week. I mean, you lot can do clips, can't you? But there we go. That's it. That's all, folks. Right, moving on. Sometimes I use words I don't understand, so I can sound more photosynthesis. That's so dumb. That's the point. I know. I'm already laughing about what I'm gonna say before I've said it. The chat's covering the meme. Should we get rid of the chat? Oh, no, it's fine. It's not that bad. Like, do you really need to see the whole of that meme? There you go. Is that better? Dad, do you need to go potty? Toddler. No. I'll just poo my pants. Because, you know, this is obviously done by an American, and they say Puma instead of Puma. Weirdos. And they call these pants instead of like tracksuit bottoms or sweatpants or trousers. Weirdos. UBA Void. Your call is very important to us. Please enjoy this 40-minute flute solo. Depends what kind of flute solo you're talking about, really. If you know, you know. Okay, so consider a fantasy series where the court wizard is treated and portrayed just like an IT guy. Court wizard fixing the queen's magic mirror. Has the D attempted cleansing and reapplying the runes anew? I think that works pretty well, right? Court wizard sees like 17 hexes in the magic mirror and finds out the flame bearer blessing was turned off. Oh, there you go. Good old firewall joke there. Kev didn't mean to insult your entire nation, Mr. Fish. Trouser flute. Behave. Here we go. Court wizard finally fixes the magic mirror and sees a reflection of the queen reciting, "Show me beautiful forest nymphs. Show me where to find beautiful forest nymphs. Show me local witches willing to summon beautiful forest nymphs to my kingdom. Show me beautiful witches." Yeah. Oh dear. And that's why you go in incognito mode. What would you call that? Cloak and dagger. Yeah. Did thy Royal Highness apply the cloak and dagger mode? That's so dumb. I'm just laughing at my own stupid jokes. That's sad. Alright, moving on. Oh, more overgrown ruins to explore. And if I have to make them myself, then so be it. This makes me picture someone aggressively planting vines around a family dollar that closed down 2 weeks ago. I mean, that's just sad. Isn't it? That's sad. Enough with the zodiac signs. What's your favourite medieval helmet? Spaganelm, barboot, bassinet, great helm, kettle hat, armet, frogmouth, hound skull, Sally. Which one is your favourite? I would say it would depend what I'm doing. That if I'm just on the wall, the old kettle hat, if I'm just patrolling the walls. But I'd go with the Spagenhelm if I was go for more close combat sort of stuff, for sure. Sally Helm, no notes. I mean, it's alright. But the narrow field of view is a massive drawback on it, right? Chad, great helm enjoyers. Right, here's a Chad helmet, right? Duval, yeah. There you go. Can you roll like that though? Has anyone seen that video clip of someone dressed up in cosplay as the main character of Dude's Vault, and he's just rolling around everywhere? Right. So, oleander, a relatively common pretty garden flower, is so incredibly poisonous that if you eat honey made by bees primarily fed on it, you'll die. Ever since I learned the fact as a kid, I've wanted to write a murder mystery about a charming little town where people just start dying mysteriously, as people do in charming little towns, I'm told. And eventually, it turns out that the local sweet little old lady has been feeding her bees off of the oleander in her sweet little cottage garden and giving the honey in sweet little jars with ribbons and handwritten labels that have sweet little drawings of bees and flowers to every damn bastard in the damn backwoods town that she's built a grudge against over the last 80 years. Like, that is definitely that person doing it, right? They're not writing a story about it, they're fucking doing it. Okay, then I watch Ahsoka because she's my favourite Star Wars character. Me, I watch Ahsoka for the plot. The plot. I mean, I'm gonna sound very misogynistic right now. Maybe even xenophobic. But seriously, those things are only good for one thing, you know? That's just to hold on nice and tight. And that's it, I'm moving on, because that's just naughty of me. Han Solo flies his own ship. I know, I read that as a statement, not a question. Han Solo flies his own ship. I don't. I've got bitches for that. Hey yo, for that. Make it so, bitch. How could you imagine? Alright. Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, and Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca, on the set of Star Wars. Okay. Yeah, move on. Alright, this says sometimes you get more than you originally asked for. This is probably going to be a dong, isn't it? Elephant dong. And there it is. Great. Oh, you know what's even more fascinating is that they can move it like they move their trunk. There you go. There's a fact right there. What's this? He just walked up to him. Let's just see the beginning. Look. It's just, and he's like, "You alright?" "Yeah." "Oh, sorry, I thought you were someone else." Oh my god. There you go. Is deplatformed. Oh dear. Here we go. What's going on here? Let's do that again. I cannot. Hey, let's do that again so you lot can see properly. The way the guy jumps. Oh my god. There you go. Alright. Every day I wake up and plan on doing things, but then I just lie down. Yeah, that is pretty much all he says. Oh, look how snug that is though, right? I'd love to be that snug. Oh my god, I got an everlasting gobstopper is $50, and if you want to scrumdiddlyumptious at the end, it's $100. Oompa, oompa, doopa dee doo. If you need a blowy, I'll do it for you. Alright. Okay, moving on. Okay, what's this? It says, when the price of living has doubled, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, oh. And she's there with the camera. Oh my goodness. There's an offer. Yeah, right. Okay. Next up. Here we go. Thanks, Gina. Man's gotta do what a man does. The hell is this? I said, bring me all the rebel scum. Bad impression, I know, but still. Yeah, moving on. A good way to get out of a conversation is to take off one of your socks and hand it to the person talking. Oh, that's just... Oh, okay, touche, Bill, touche. Alright. Wait a minute, I've seen this marine before. Go to Google, 9th edition starter box set. Zoom, enhance. They just pimped up the Intercessor Sergeant. I mean, yes and no. Not the Intercessor Sergeant. Look, it's not even the same. It's not even. It's just not. It's not, is it? It's so dumb, it's not. There is definitely this chap here. This one right here. This one right here is more of that pose than the Sergeant is. But anyway. How many ways are you going to pose these minis? Just doing jumping jacks and shit. When the lights go on at a club. It's been a long time since I've been to a club. Me reappearing in people's lives after isolating for weeks. I'm gonna have to shrink that down. There we go. And we shall replay. It's just there like, hey, you rang? Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. Right. Next up. Oh my god. You may think this is a corner of lettuce, but it's really just the tip of the iceberg. I'm in physical pain reading that one. It is that bad. Like 5 lashings and 10 Hail Marys for that one. Alright. If mediums can communicate with the dead, imagine what a large could do. No, that's cheap. Moving on. There you go. That's me in a corner. Oh my god. I really should enforce the make it about war, like miniatures and hobby stuff more. Shit. Ah, that's me in the corner. Let us forget that one. Oh, there you go. Gina coming in with that one. And that's very true, Mark. They did used to be one pose. That was it. And the sergeant was like pistol out like that, sword like that. So yeah. There we go. What do you mean the carpet is killing people? Carpet can't. Oh. That's fucked up. Now put that into an optician's and you, I mean, it could be the greatest tragedy or the biggest laugh ever. Jeez. It just don't look right, does it? It is trippy, isn't it? Bet you didn't know this. All peacocks start out white. Their bodies and feathers don't become colourful until they have eaten human flesh. Silly. For when you poke a hole in your tire, yes. You know what? You know what, right? I have to do this now because choose. I have to do it. I have to do it. I hope you lot are happy with yourselves, but you've made me do this now. If we're going to tell this joke, we're going to tell this joke right. Okay? Let's do it. For when you poke a hole in your tire. There you go. just to complete the joke. You're welcome. Oh my god. Getting all the cobwebs out of my lungs from all this laughing. Oh dear. Okay. Man, when you think about it, it's the worst possible place for her to sell shares. Oh, fuck's sake. It is the worst possible place for her to sell seashells. Absolutely. The Last of Us 2023 makes a stunning departure from the game story, but by not having Joel frequently die, like when I played. I mean, okay, I haven't actually watched that yet, so you know, I never even played the game. I played, say, 20 minutes of a game, and then I never got back to it. Just didn't bother. But it was like a free download anyway. That's probably why I didn't go back to it. Too much sneaking around as well. I'm not very good with sneaking around games. The look of a face that launched 1,000 ships by headbutting them. Oh my god. Moving on. Don't do drugs, kids. You know, drugs are bad, okay? And if you take them, there's all sorts of consequences, okay? And they can really have quite severe health repercussions, okay? So just don't do drugs, okay? Because they're bad for you, okay?
Fuck you, Mr. Garrison.
Alright, when the lighting is in the wrong place. I mean, it's in the wrong place for some people, I think. Jeez. I mean, for other people, it's kind of like mapping out your pathway to your destination. I shouldn't say shit like this. Yeah, there we go. Your Gellerfield is acting weird. Have you tried turning his off and on again? Laughs. And then look, here you go. Vile demonic laughter. I laugh from my groin. What am I doing? Oh my god. I've got to stop doing this shit. Right. Hey everyone. I'm here today because I'm addicted to memes and big booty beaches. I mean, this chick to my right can totally sit on my face. That look on that guy's face though, it's just like, really? Oh, when you're expecting a still image. It is a GIF. Yeah, you get it? You get it? It is a gift. I can't, look, he's, there we go. There we go. Let's do that again so you can all see it. It's deliberately paused long enough so you think it's a picture. And then it comes in with the, it is a GIF. So Kev, how do you pay the bills? Shows clip of memes. Damn straight. That's it. How else would I? A teenager. Mom, I'm going out. Mom, you're not leaving the house until you change that miniskirt. Teenager. Why? Mum, because I can see your balls, Richard. Moving on. Oh, straight back to the smut. With Skeletor in tow. When you take her sightseeing, but you're also trying to drop clues.
Yeah.
I know you did, Void. Oh, there you go. They mounted a vegan to the wall at the local butcher shop. There's a salad bar menu. Oh wow, there you go. A fun fact. Did you know, regardless of the Arabian camel not being a native species, its toe is considered a delicacy within the United States? Oh, moving on. Oh my god. Never refer to your elders as dinosaurs. You'll get your ass kicked. Hey. Bloody terrible. Cute though. Next up. Imagine refusing service to the absolute hungriest demographic you'll ever have walk into your restaurant. It says, if you have the smell of marijuana on you, we will not serve you. I mean, that is kind of like just cutting your clientele. But then saying that, you know, it might chase off other customers. So, Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, we'll move on. We're taking it too seriously. We're diving into it too deep. He was a boy. She was his mum. Can I make any more Oedipus? Get out. Get out of here. I found a butterfly on the ground that had no wings, so I poured some Red Bull on it and BAM! It drowned. Awesome. Bestie 2021. Oh, yeah, look. You know what? I saw it, but I didn't quite clock on it, Mark. It's got the Best D 2021 award. Oh, yeah. Just throwing a few giggities for that one. Alright. What we got here? When I first saw him, thought he was pondering at his reflection in the water, but then I realised he's just begging for this drowned to come to the service so he can chuck him across the river like a sack of wet meat he is. That caption got better and better with every word. I mean... it does, doesn't it? You see, like, that looks like a face looking straight down. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Here we go. Over 30. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Dead. Under 30. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're ready to party. And 50 plus. Oh, just forget it. Bit like my car at the moment, you know. Sometimes it starts okay. Sometimes it's a bit rattly. Sometimes it's okay again. And then it's a bit rattly. But it's alright once it runs for a bit. Friend, if you could have one special power or ability from any video game, what would it be? Me. How long would you like to sleep? 8 hours. I'll tell you what, that would be super fucking handy, right? You could just choose how much you sleep, and you sleep that amount of time, uninterrupted. Oh, small part sharp points is raiding us. Thank you so much for the raid, dude. I hope you're well. I hope your followers are doing well as well. I hope you're all well as well. Let us know what you're all up to, what you've been working on and stuff. Hey, raid. Lads. No. So I've been laughing profusely for the last half hour, so I am a bit wheezy with it. Oh, we got Lorna. Oh, we showed off your stuff on Community Corner, by the way, that you posted up on the Discord. So you missed it. Terrible. How terrible. But yeah, good evening to all of you. It is definitely too hot to do anything. That is 100% true. Alright, sometimes hang on, let's do it in Kermit's voice.
Oh, Piggy.
Okay.
Sometimes I wonder what happened to the people who asked me for directions.
Is that close enough? I haven't done a Kermit impersonation in like, oh god knows how many years. Moving on.
I'm gonna try durian. This was $16 at H Mart. This is one of the few foods I'm scared of. It's supposed to taste like whipped cream, caramel, and garlic. Don't know how I feel about that.
No, that stuff notoriously stinks of hot
I don't want
garbage.
to be disrespectful to the fruit. It smells fruity and like hot garbage at the same time.
Yeah.
The texture is like a custard.
The texture is like custard. Oh, the way it just splattered on the table.
I tasted it, but I can't.
Oh, look. Just see the way it splattered on the table when she spat it back out. Like, so she pauses, she goes straight out, splat. Ah.
I barely tasted it, but I can't.
Oh, there you go. Kermit versus Blobby versus Gollum.
Well, hey there. Looks like we got a full party.
Blobby!
Stay away from Precious.
There you go. I got all three. You got your membership. You got your subscription worth right there. You're welcome. I am a star and I have IBS. And I have just eaten curry. In about 5 seconds, I'm gonna be getting very bad diarrhea. Look. And that's the true story of how we get the Aurora Borealis. Borealis. There we go, I got it the second time. Oh, that is dark. When you forgot that plan B 18 months ago, but it's going to be over 100 degrees today. Ah, bro. We're going down the dark alley of memes tonight. Oh boy. Moving on. Bill, you bad boy. Here we go. Hey kid, check this out. Look, look, look. Woo! Look, look, look. Splat. You're a real asshole, Angel. Oh, that's bad as well. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I took my grandma to that place where for $25 you can have little fish eat away at your dead skin cells. It was a lot cheaper than paying for her funeral. Oh. Wow. Oh. There we go. There's the elephant one. You know what? I'll play this one again just for those who came to the show late. Woo! Oh no! That's in reply to the clip before where it was like the angle was just the elephant coming along, and then when it got close, you got the big old dog. But that's a good. Oh dear. There you go. Moving on.
L'anello fu forgiato tra le fiamme del Monte Fuoco e va ributtato nel baratro infuocato da cui è venuto.
Uno di voi deve farlo.
Per me va Frodo.
Scusate, perché proprio io?
What language is this?
Tutta sta gente, io.
Non è che puoi stare sempre qui a bivaccare la contea, dovrai pur fare qualcosa.
Ma io sto così bene qua. C'è la birra, le feste. Non vedo proprio motivo per.
Is it Italian?
Con facilità, Mordor.
Lo vedi? Mica è facile che uno va là e entra.
Appunto, tu sei il più piccolo, ti infizzi meglio.
Mi infizzo.
I suoi cancelli neri sono sorvegliati da più che meri orchi.
Gli orchi, no, ma quali orchi? No,
È
no.
Boromir. Pure tu però.
Ah, per me può pure restare
It is
qua.
Italian. There you go.
Scusa, ma perché non
I
vai tu?
thought so.
Sarò morto prima di vedere l'anello nelle mani di un elfo.
Vabbè, questo è razzismo. Non è che perché è elfo, allora.
Hai visto che hai anche
Che
la
FIFA
spada?
Che a me mi porta
subtitles.
della spada.
E hai il mio arco
Hai anche l'arco.
Ma mi metto paura lo stesso.
e la mia ascia.
Ma lascia stare, vacci tu.
E se ti dessi anche la mia faretra?
Ma non
Ah.
neanche le frecce, che me ne-
Look.
Allora ragazzi, ragazzi, se prendiamo il regionale delle 3 e un quarto, noi calcolate che domani mattina siamo a morto, io butto l'anello e ce lo facciamo.
That was so well timed with the face expressions. That was amazing. Oh my god. Seriously, did Mark say elvish? There we go. I know that was a masterpiece of editing. It really was. Alright. There you go. There we go. Become a demon prince of Slanesh. Expectation. Shock. Reality. Okay. Oh, there we go. Freeze frame. Yep. That's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. I like the fact that she's like, like, you know what? I'm gonna try anyway. Oh my goodness. That is. Let's just move on from that. That's just disgraceful. It's an orchestra. I missed a beat on there. Hang on. There we go. Oh my god. Oh boy. Wow, I love it. Well done, Bill. You even spell it out for us in case we didn't get it. Do 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 do. Alright, moving on. Where no fish has boldly gone before. Yeah. Teachers after the first day back at school. I'm pretty sure. Hey, 10 out of 10 wood screw. Hey. Oh, that is in my wheelhouse of puns right there. Fisto, my friend, are you alright? Here, let me help you to your feet. I fisted hard, He-Man, but I could fist. I could not fist them all. Ah. Wow. Fisto, really. Hey, get out of here. Someone threw a bottle of mayo at me. I was like, what the hell, man? Not a true son of Dawn. Moving on. Oh, I like this one. I used to keep up with this. I haven't seen it for a while. But essentially this is a Raven Guard character, and he's super sneaky, and he always hides in a box that's labelled what's it called? Corpse starch. And like no one can ever find him. And he's always quiet. So that gives you the context of this. But they were getting chased by Necrons, and he's like, alas, poor Yarick. I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. Oh, actually. Ha ha. Okay. Alas, poor Yarick. I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times. Hey, you're really good. Ah! There you go, live action version, just for you. Da, 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 da. All right, I guess this is tonight's one. When you're at the self-checkout and your balls fall out of your shorts onto the scanner and you get charged for 2 prunes. Not again. Lol. Oh my god, those are short shorts as hell. That just reminds me of that song from... Oh, what's it called? You know, like, who likes short shorts? Do 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 do. We like short shorts. He-Man had a mate called Rim Job 2. Oh my god. Oh dear. Special, you deserve steak for dinner. You can't afford it, but you deserve it. Oh my god, that's from... Special, we understand that times are tough and that and that's why we pay our CEO over $20,000 a day. That's the median wage of a Tasmanian before the end of the week. Oh, jeez. If you see someone shoplifting, no you didn't. We've made over $1 billion in profits whilst you can't even afford bread. That's harsh. But you know what? I mean, sometimes companies need to get called out, don't they? Because they're definitely... It's getting to the point where they are running a monopoly. Almost. Almost. You know? They restrict access to competitors. To local businesses by opening up smaller versions of their shops and stuff like that, which all have a markup, by the way. You don't get the cheap stuff in those shops, and I'm sure it's not just happening over here. I'm sure it's happening everywhere, and it's pretty unfortunate. Anyway, next up. I told Otis to stay away from the bee, but he didn't listen. Now he's out here looking like Kardashians. Oh, the poor cat got his lips stung. Ah. Welcome to late stage capitalism, everyone. Yeah, I know. The system needs a reboot. That's for sure. That is very true, Bill. Very true. I was looking for a new guard dog, maybe a Doberman, German Shepherd, Rottweiler, or a Pit Bull. Then I found this Border Collie, and he scares the living shit out of people. And you know what? I think that is freaking awesome. You know who would love a dog like that? Frank Castle. Yeah, the Punisher. That is the perfect doggo for the Punisher, right there. And look at the eyes though, they're a bit red. Ooh. No, I won't carry on. Punisher dog, right? Is he taking the hobbits to Isengard? Isengard, Isengard. I won't start that one. Looks like me's back on the menus, boys. That dog has seen some shit. You know what? He probably is a big fan of Modern Warfare. There we go. Moving on. Oh my days. Void, you reposted the same joke. I'm going to take up coin collecting. The change will do me good. Okay. Everyone told Sam not to sing, but Sam sung anyway. Wow. I'm out of here. Her mother should have named her 12 because she doesn't cook, doesn't clean, doesn't do anything. Oh my god, that is a smart one. Never buy cheap socks. I mean, I'm sure we all got pairs of socks that look like that, but I've never thought to stick my toe through like that. Go back to Skull Dog. No, he's gone. But you can enjoy these memes once again by joining the Discord, which is free to do so, because we're cool. A pirate walks into a bar with a paper towel on his head. The bartender asks, "Hey, what's with the paper towel?" The pirate says, "Har, I've got a bounty on my head." You know what? They should use that for the bounty advertising campaign. Actually, hang on. Is bounty still a thing, or did it get rebranded to Plenty or some shit like that? And it's got the weird dude dressed up in Mexican gear going, "One she does plenty." I don't know. Scarborough Hospital, main entrance, accidents, outpatients, crematorium, cemetery. They don't fuck about Scarborough Hospital. Yeah, that's it. They got everything you need, all in order. Scarborough. Lovely place, I've heard. The face you make when you really have to shit, but someone keeps talking to you. Yeah. Oh. Just what did you do in there? The woods. Does a bear shit in the woods? Okay. Whew. Alright, I need to stretch my legs a bit. Yeah. Oh my god. It's just the look he's... Alright. Okay. Alright, moving on. Alright, a chicken walks into a library and up to the desk. Okay. Bok, says the chicken. So the librarian gives him a book. The chicken leaves with the book and returns 5 minutes later. He says. So the librarian gives him another book. Then he goes out about 8 more times. Until finally the librarian leaves the library and goes outside on break. In back where there's a pond. The chicken is standing on the edge of the pond tossing the books to a frog on a lily pad. The chicken says, "Bok, bok," and the frog says, "Read it, read it." Oh my god. Oh my god. Really? Mark? Really? That's just... Wow. Oh, you're haunting me with this mini now. This model. 35% off. Ancient Dashing Warrior. Yeah, we know what it is. And I'm trying to make these blades look like that. Bugger off, man. No music, safe to play. Cool.
Steven! I thought you were dead! Dale!
Yeah, horses are jokes. Don't run with bagpipes. you could put an eye out, or worse yet, get killed. Alright, that's decent. But you got to read it with like a a bit of a Scottish twang to it, you know. Don't run with bagpipes. You could put an eye out, or worse yet, get killed. Arr. Acting no. Freedom. Alright, move on. What did the male haggis say to the female haggis? Want to shaggis? Why did I do that one? Oh my god. The drawings as well, it's just disgraceful. Oh dear. Let's just move on. Folks art. First message here from a Scot. All I have to say is, oh no. Well, thanks for messaging in. What do you think of his accent? Bloody crap. Best Scot accent since Scotty in Star Trek. Thanks. Oh, thank you for the follow as well. Moving on. A book fell on my head. I can only blame my... You gotta read it like Sean Connery, right? Okay. A book fell on my head. I can only blame myself. That is it. I don't think I can make that any better. You had to follow for the attempt. Yay! Thank you. By the way, I cannot do accents on demand, but sometimes I can kind of almost not quite get it by accident. My missus said I don't sound like that, do I? Ah, no! I don't sound like that, do I? I know. You know what? It gets a bit egregious in the air. Like, you got, like, real Scotland. Like, real Scotland, freedom, way. And then you've got, like, you go down and then you got the bit between Glasgow and Newcastle, where it's all just like, what are you lot trying to tell us? And like, Newcastle is England's side of what the hell, and Glasgow is the Scottish side of what the hell. You know what I mean? And that whole regional area is just like, what? Translate for me, please. Accents and impersonations on demand? No. Shane Geordie. I am winning more Scots fans. Whee! We built the bust. Be working on for October. Ooh, nice. It's pronounced Glasgow, not Glasgow. Not Glasgow. Not Glasgow. Glasgow. Alright, move on. Ah, it came up small. That's what she said. Come on, rude boy. Alright, come on, rude boy. Can you get it up? Come on. Oh my god, it's more Scottish accents. Get off. So, you know, you got Rihanna going, come on, rude boy, can you get it up? Come on, rude boy, is you big enough? Alright, and then he goes, my fuck. I can't. My fucking umbrella, Ella. Wouldn't you even touch the sides? Oh. There you go. You ruined it for everyone. Glasgow. No, Glasgow. No, it's not Glasgow. Is it? Glasgow. Glasgow? What's Glasgow? With the shoulder jives. You gotta do the shoulders. When B asks for a pic at 2 AM, but you already took off your makeup, then you remember that one app you got. Oh my god. And that was the echo. Oof. Okay. Hey, joking I was. Needed the money I did. Oh man. I love Gremlins. Good memories. Alright. Out comes the tin. Okay.
Hey, I just met you. And this is crazy. But I'm your father. So join me, maybe.
Right, you're welcome. That's it. No more impersonations from me. It's so bad. They did a great job preserving him. Well done. Thank you, Lorna, for that one. Oh dear. Darth looking jacked in that photo. I know, right? What a jam they found themselves in, eh? Oh dear. Okay. Hey look, they left the coffin ajar. Hey! I just made it better. Okay. Thank you, Lorna, because that's just giving me 3 jokes in one. Oh dear. So for those who are not familiar with the channel, every Friday live stream we do a little bit of hobby, catch up, social bit, and then for the second half of the show we do our community corner where we show off what you lot have been working on and post it on our dedicated channel on the Discord. And then to finish the show off, I show off all the memes you lot have been shit posting over the week. So what was that? Stop spamming caps. Warning. Oh dear. Kev, you should have spread the jokes out. Maybe. Oh dear. That is just terrible, mate. That is proper just on the slide. That's like just giving someone like a stroke on the shoulder without them realizing. That's just dude. Yeah. But you know. Oh dear. It's quite a sticky situation though, isn't it? Being at a funeral with the coffin left ajar. Moving on. Kermit, I wonder what our kids look like. Whoa! Thank you so much, Waylander. He's just gifted Folkshart a sub. Nice one. Well, I'm glad you like it here. Jeez. And there we go. We're at the end. We're at the end. Nightbot is like the annoying nephew. That's F all the pipes up for no reason. Yeah, that's it. Alright, my face is properly hurting. My lungs are giving out. I've been laughing non-stop for the last, 40 minutes? Oh, did someone... Mr. Noob posted 2 more. Okay, alright. Let's just quickly hop over. There you go. Undress me with words. You have a spider in your bra. Well done. And Gilliban in 40k, surrounded by millions of threats, trying to keep the Imperium afloat. This is fine. The traitor Primarch's in 30k because Daddy doesn't love them. Boo-hoo. This is unbearable. Yes, there we go. Spot on, mate. Spot on. So there we go. That is it. That is the end of the show, of course. Thank you to everybody for joining us. Do remember, you can always watch the show back. They do the VOD thing, whatever that means. And also, I will be uploading this whole show onto YouTube if that's your preferred platform for watching back footage. And I forgot to hit the record button, but it's fine. It will be downloadable within an hour or two. Yeah. Thank you everyone for sharing your stuff, being here tonight, all the new followers and subscribers. You're all wonderful. Don't forget you can follow us on all the social media stuff. It's all on that Linktree app. The Discord is free to join in, so I hope to see you there. Crutsy, thank you so much for the bits, you babe. And also, thank you to these beautiful people as well for subscribing on Buy Me Coffee and on YouTube over here. I got a Patreon as well. I still haven't got a Patreon yet, but you know, you could be the first one. Who knows? You will get the same stuff on all of the tiers across the whole lot. I've made it as fair as possible, and I think you get a bargain for it as well. So if you don't subscribe here, maybe try and have a look and see what you like there. I'm going to leave it. Big loves. Thank you again to the mods as well. Bill, Mark, you're wonderful people. And yeah, big loves to you. Oh, hang on. We should raid someone. What am I doing? We got to raid someone. I'm acting like such a noob. Right, so get rid of that. We are going to get our music up because we got to have our polka. It is a tradition. Polka. I'm going to hear no end of hassle. Hydrates. There you go. Alright. And then let's see who we can raid. Has anyone got a channel to suggest? Because right now I've got Studio J7 coming up. Will you stop spamming? You bastards. Oh, great. I'm going to get non-stop notifications now for like the next 5 minutes. Alright, we'll go for that one because it's there. There we go. And big loves. Peace. La 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 la. Jay's the face. Too late. I'm all out of hydrating liquid. Alright, we're getting ready to raid, yo. Let's go.